What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video we're going to talk about the Silver Krugerrands. So let's do it! Thank you so much for watching my video. I sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, so this video is all on the Silver Krugerrands, these beautiful coins right here. I got a 2020. These are from South Africa, so that is very cool. The Krugerrand actually has a very long history. We're going to get into that a little bit. Basically, I just want to talk about these coins in general, give you some information on them, and then we'll talk about them as they pertain to silver stacking or investing in silver. So if you're buying silver, we'll talk about how these are compared to some other items you could be buying. All right, so let's start off with just a little history on the Krugerrand. So the silver ones have only been out since 2017 was the first year. There was a proof-like Krugerrand that came out, not the BU. So this is the Brilliant Uncirculated or BU version. These came out in 2018. I actually have the first one here. But unfortunately, they did milk spot quite a bit. So you can see, even though I put it in this capsule right away, lots of milk spotting on this. So this is the first year of the BU, the 2018. I remember when these came out, everyone was saying, oh, these are going to be really cool. Awesome new coin. You got to get one. And so, yeah, I got one. But unfortunately, it is milk spotted. So a little bit of a quality control issue there. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to hold up from years after the first release. But anyway, we actually need to talk about the gold Krugerrands first, because that's sort of how the Krugerrand became popular. So if you don't know, the gold Krugerrands came out in 1967, and they've been minting those up until now. So quite a long history there. And back in 1980, 90% of the global coin market for gold bullion coins was the Krugerrand. So the gold Krugerrand was basically king for a very, very long time. There wasn't even really that many other options as far as gold coins went until I think it was 1979. The Maple Leafs came out from Canada, and then the American Gold Eagles came out in 1986. So quite a while where there was no other gold bullion products really. So Krugerrands were what everyone wanted to be buying. Now, it was illegal to own gold bullion in the United States of America until 1975. So for the first few years of the Krugerrand, you really couldn't get these that easily here in the States. But obviously now you can buy as many as you like. So for the 50th year anniversary of the gold Krugerrand, they started making the silver ones. So they made a 1 million mintage of the proof-like silver Krugerrands. Those had a super heavy premium on them. And then they started making the BU, or Brilliant Uncirculated ones, the very next year. So 2018, 2019, and now 2020, which is the one I have here. So a little bit about the design. This is basically the same as the gold ones. They just say silver on the back. But this is actually Paul Kruger. He was a former president of South Africa, so they got a dead president on their coin. It does say South Africa, and then that also is South Africa in their language. If we flip it over, look at the reverse, we got Krugerrand at the top. So it's kind of interesting. Kruger was the president, and then Rand is their currency. So Krugerrand, that's, I guess, how they got the name. This is an antelope here. It's called the Springbok. Pretty cool. We got 2020, and then we have fine silver, 1 ounce fine silver. These are 3/9 fine, which is, you know, kind of a pet peeve of some people's. They don't like when it doesn't say 3/9 fine. They would prefer it to say like 3 or 4/9 fine, not just fine silver. Kind of like the American Silver Eagles. They just put fine silver. That's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. And then that R1 there, that's 1 rand. So that's basically the denomination on there. So these are coins. They are backed by the government. Pretty cool. I actually do like the design. I think it's pretty snazzy. It doesn't have the Queen of England on it, so that's always nice in my book. reeded edge, and then it also has like these sort of dots around the outside, or little dashes, I suppose. Pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about these as far as silver stacking goes. So the first thing I want to bring up is that obviously silver is prone to milk spotting, unlike gold. Now gold can get kind of like those copper spots on it, but silver can get the milk spots. So this is what a milk spotted coin looks like. See how it's all just milky white? Doesn't look great. Now here's the thing. These are bullion coins. They are bought and sold just a little bit over spot. So you're not really expecting them to have insanely good condition. So if they do milk spot like this, it's not the end of the world. I mean, the Maple Leafs milk spot, the Philharmonics milk spot, lots of other silver bullion coins milk spot. Even the American Silver Eagles from time to time will milk spot. So not the end of the world if there's some quality conditions like this, because you're getting them so cheap. So the whole point of silver stacking is buying silver at a cheap price, holding it over a long period of time, and using it as a savings account or a hedge against inflation. So are these good for that? Well, absolutely. They don't cost that much over spot. I've actually seen a ton of deals on these right now. I know SD Bullion had them for like $3 over spot. Maybe it was like $3 or $4. I know Monument Metals also had a deal on these recently. So lots of the bullion dealers have had these on sale. And I think you should buy bullion when it is on sale because, hey, why do you want to pay full price? You know, there's a retail price for a reason. It's meant to be lowered when it goes on sale. So if you can find these at a decent price, I say absolutely go for it. Now, when I'm comparing apples to apples, so the Krugerrands versus other silver bullion coins, these typically are going to be a little bit cheaper than the Eagles. I would put them on par with like maybe the Maple Leafs or the Philharmonics, so somewhere in that range. But you know what? They are still pretty cool. I think one thing you always need to consider when you're buying silver, if it's for stacking or investing, is what is your exit strategy? So how do you want to get rid of it at some point? Are you hoping to go to a local coin shop and sell it to them? Or are you going to want to sell it online? If you're planning on selling locally, what I would recommend doing is go down to your local coin shop and ask them, do they like the Silver Krugerrands? And also, how much will they pay you for them? Because they might treat these just like generic silver rounds. So if they say, oh, we'll pay you a spot for these, and we'll also pay you a spot for generic silver rounds, then you should get whatever is cheaper. Now, if these are the same price as a generic silver round, then get these because they're a coin. They're backed by a government. So basically, you just want to buy whatever's the cheapest as far as silver is concerned. At least right now, I would not really recommend buying American Silver Eagles because the premiums are super high. So I'd recommend buying either some cheap bullion coins like these or buying generic silver rounds. Now you can obviously buy like generic silver bars, 10-ounce bars, 1-ounce bars, kilo, 100-ounce, whatever you want. But I like coins a little bit better. I like 1-ounce denominations a little bit better as well. So if it was up to me and I could buy any silver bullion product right now for stacking or investing, it would be the cheapest rounds or coins. So I guess the other side of it is if your local coin shop really likes these and they'll pay you over spot for these compared to the rounds, then I would probably buy these if they're about the same price. So that's sort of where I sit when it comes to stacking and investing. I think these are a great option overall. I think if you like them, you should definitely pick some up. But I wouldn't go crazy on them if you're actually spending more on these than like a silver round, for example, and you would get the same back when you sell them. Now, if you're wondering where the best places to buy silver are, I actually made a video all about that topic. I'll put a link up in the corner as well as one down below in the description. Definitely check that one out. I talk about buying silver online as well as buying it locally. I think you should explore both options and definitely try to find the best prices. And then while you're shopping locally, you can ask them about selling Krugerrands. I recommend talking to your local coin dealer about selling all different types of silver and gold. Figure out what prices they pay for different items, and that way you can have a better knowledge of what you should be stacking so that you know when you go to sell, there's not going to be any surprises at all. All right, so what do you think about the Krugs, the Silver Krugerrand coins? Have you been picking any of them up yourself? Have yours milk spotted like mine did? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons out.